Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Luchauskas. Today's the 10th of April 2018. Today's Tuesday. So we're going to have a look at the markets, what happened yesterday, what to expect from them today, what levels to watch out for. But yeah, as always, before we jump into the charts, let's have a look at our risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. So, also, before we jump into the charts, quick reminder of our JFD research page here that you can find if you go on jfdbrokers.com, where we throw out different analysis on a daily basis, different trading shoutouts in different languages as well, of course. And yeah, I think you can find something useful for yourself guys here, so please do not hesitate to visit us. But now, let's have a look at the charts. So the first one I want to have a look at is S&P, and yesterday we are seeing this indecisive activity. So we initially had nice moves here towards this area that I kept talking about, and that's around the 2645 and 2645 area approximately there, and we had a nice move pop to the upside, but actually then reversed on the day and closed the day in the bearish zone. So still we're hanging around slightly above this this short-term upwards moving support line, which is also could be this bottom side of this triangle formation here that we're seeing here on the daily chart on S&P 500. And yeah, at the moment, I mean, we are staying cautious here because, to be honest, any small tweet from Trump or any other escalation in the U.S. trade wars could trigger this, could potentially see a break here. Excuse me. And we could maybe see a move here lower towards the 25-30-35 area approximately there, which was the low here in February. So for now we are seeing we are waiting for a better move, maybe like more confirmation move. Let's say if we get a break above the 2645 area approximately there, get a move higher. If we wipe out this high right here, just let me highlight it. If we wipe out this high, the 2672 approximately there, if we get above it, well, it's opening the path towards this 2695 or even the 2700. So keep an eye on this, guys. I mean, if we suddenly get a nice pop here above the 2645, keep an eye for these higher levels right here. I'm not saying that it's going to shoot straight away higher, but well, actually maybe anything can happen in these market conditions. So but for now we'll just keep an eye on this 2695 and 2700 on the upside. On the downside, of course, if we get a break below this this bottom side of the triangle again, as we saw that we already had a couple of breaks here, but still, if we get a nice move below here, watch out for these levels first, these recent lows. They, of course, maybe they won't carry that much significance, but still, if we get a nice break below this, then yep, we keep an eye on this 25-35 area. So similar stories on the Dow. Dow is also closed yesterday in the red. We do have this lower level here at around the 23,350. If we suddenly get a reversal back to the upside, watch out for this area, the 24,200 approximately there. If we get a nice break above this, potentially could go and test this area again, the 24,670 approximately there. So keep an eye on this. I mean, but also stay cautious with the U.S. equity markets. Um, let's have a look at the FTSE quickly. FTSE closed the day in the positive zone, reversed. When I was doing my trader's tea time yesterday, it was trading lower. It seemed like it wants to close in the red, but actually we can see that it reversed, and it's hanging around this area, this my marked area here at around 71.85. So is getting held here by the 50 EMA on the daily chart, and now if we'll get a nice pop to the upside, potentially could go and test this little area right here at around 72.57, approximately there. So keep an eye on this, guys. I mean, if we will continue breaking this area, then well, the next one is to watch is good 73.10 approximately there. So 73.10 could be level to watch out for if we get a break above the 72.57. On the downside, if we suddenly get a nice move lower, and we'll see a test of this 71.25 area approximately there, a break below this could potentially push it to test this key area right here that acted as a resistance level recently, and actually a support level in the beginning of March. So this area is around the 70.65. I kept talking about this area in my previous videos as well, so watch out for this, guys. I mean, keep an eye on this area, the 70.65, only if we get a nice move below the 71.25. Okay, let's have a look at the few pairs now, actually. And so again, this is euro dollar. Let's put a 4 hour, actually, it will be probably more clear. Now, we saw a nice pop yesterday in the euro dollar. It moved higher, broke this level that we were watching, the 123. Now it retraced back to it. Now it's currently trading at around 123.70, so it's not far from the round number of 123. Of course, keep an eye on this. Could potentially work as a bouncing ground for euro dollar, and we could potentially maybe see a reversal back to the upside, where we will hit this 120, where we could potentially hit this 123.350 area first. And then if that doesn't hold, well, we do have a better area of resistance around here, around the 123.600. So at the moment, watch out for this 123 level. I mean, we could potentially see something like a break below, and then a test of this 50 EMA. So could potentially work as a support level as well. But what I'm waiting for is probably a break here, a false breakout, and then getting the 4 hour candle closing above this 123. But of course, that's what probably I want to see. The market doesn't never do what I want to see, but could potentially work out. If we will see a strong move lower, and we'll continue seeing this dropping, so watch out for this area first, this little area of potential support at around 122.800. Now, well, 122.850, I would say, probably more. Of course, maybe couldn't be it probably wouldn't be a quite significant level, but still, the price could potentially stall here for a little bit and then push lower, and then we could test this upwards moving trend line that started in April 2017. So interesting developments are happening here in the euro dollar, and I would strongly recommend to just stay cautious here. Watch this 123 level first and see what he wants to do around it. Let's have a look at the pound dollar. Now the pound dollar is similar, quite slightly similar story, let's say like that. We are trading away from this 141.500. I was talking about this area yesterday as a potential area to watch out for. Yesterday we had a nice break of it, but then actually it was a false breakout. The body of the candle stayed below, and now the next one opened lower as well, and now we're currently at around 141.250, around 141.200. So just slightly above that level. And at the moment, I would probably suggest to stay calm on this one and just keep an eye on it, monitor, because we are not far from this upwards moving support line. Even though we had a nice break here, it closed below but then actually went higher again, so it seems like it's playing around with this upwards moving support line here. And that started around the 1st of March. So at the moment, probably I would be very cautious, because potentially we could maybe see a break here lower, a test of this upwards moving support line, and then maybe a bounce from it and a move higher. But certainly, of course, that's just speculation from me right now. If we suddenly get a reversal right now and we move back towards this 141,500, keep an eye on it, because it potentially could lose its significance as a good resistance level, and we could potentially see a break here and a move maybe higher towards this 142 area. So good level to watch out for. First the 142, and then potentially the 142,200. On the downside, if we get a break below the 141 area, this little area right here, this would not only confirm like a break below a good round number of 141, but also a break below the this upwards moving support line, and this could get pushed a little bit lower. Also, if we do get something like this, well, don't forget about our beloved 140 level that GBP USD keeps hanging around at. So yeah, guys, watch out for this and be careful. Excuse me. Let's quickly have a look at USD CAD. Now USD CAD is still on the slide down, is getting held here by this downward moving trend line, and it's this line, this resistance line, started around the 19th of March. So now we are seeing, yeah, we are seeing a lot of negativity here in this pair, and we are currently it's currently meeting its support here at around the 126,700 area. Of course, it now reversed from that area and now moved a little bit higher. For now, to be honest, it's quite difficult to make a call on this, because if this is just a correction on a bigger picture, then we could potentially see maybe a move back to the upside, maybe a test of this 128 area, and potentially a test of this downwards moving trend line. And like I said, if this is this was only a correction, then we could see a nice break here above and a move higher again. But if this pair wants to continue moving lower, well, I mean, the question here is, of course, will it go back towards its towards the levels that we saw here in the beginning of 2018? Certainly, of course, if we get a nice break here below the 126,700, keep an eye on this 126,100 area, approximately there, as a potential support area again. And if that doesn't hold, well, we'll just have to evaluate it if it, well, later on when it does that, if it does that, of course. If we get a nice break above here, a move above the actually, oh, too much, there we go. If we get a nice move here above the 127,250, approximately there, this could be a nice first little resistance area, and then if we get a nice break above it, well, we could potentially, like I said, see a scenario where the pair could move towards the 128 level. But that's, of course, let's see what happens. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good European session. As always, keep an eye on the price action, and I will see if you want to join me later on today at my Traders Tea Time at 14:15 British Summer Time. You're more than welcome. And yeah, guys, and I will repeat myself again. Keep an eye on the price action. Bye bye.